Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Warframe. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. Alright, so the Plague Star is still going on. It's been out for just over a week, with just under 2 weeks left. And I kind of feel like this is a public service announcement of sorts for people that may not know all the different aspects of Plague Star. So first of all, you'll have to do, at least one round of the Plague Star mission in order to get to the next ranking, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, you'll want to have at least some of the two different potions, and we're looking at the Eidolon Phylaxis and the Infested Catalyst. So where do you get the blueprints for these? Let's start off with that. Okay, so the first one we're looking at is the Eidolon Phylaxis, the Infested. Let's go to the Infested one, which you can only get from the dojo. So if you're not in a clan, go ahead and join a clan. There's plenty of them out there recruiting. Get to the dojo, and theirs may look very different from this one, but go to the biolab. Once you get to the biolab, go over here, Infested Catalyst, research complete, which means that you can go ahead and reproduce it or replicate the blueprint. It'll cost you some credits, and then you'll have the blueprint and you can start baking it. Now, most of what you need to make it are more or less common materials. Why is this not? Alright. Common materials that if you have been playing for any length of time that you should have, things like plastids and nanospores. Now, the other one, you'll need to go to Earth and you'll need to go to Cetus, and you'll need to talk to the Operational Supply Manager. Now, the Operational Supply Manager is Nakak, and you can walk there or you can go ahead and fast travel. It doesn't really matter which one that you want to do. I'm just going to fast travel because it's a little bit faster. Alright, go down to Operational Supply, and like I said, now you'll want to get up to the next level ranking, whatever that happens to be, in order to get the other potion, which is the Eidolon Phylaxis. And you see here, it requires Erudite, Gronkdrol, and Nisselpod. Again, relatively common items that if you've been playing on the Plains of Eidolon for any amount of time, you should have at least some of those items. Alright, so once you get those, you go to your foundry, which is on your ship, and then you go ahead and get them started. Only takes a minute in order to complete 5. So you get 5 of each, you come down to Cetus, and then you do the mission. If you don't use any of the potions, and this is in step 2, and we'll go ahead and see that in a little bit. We'll run through one Plague Star just to show you. Then you'll get the standing. And the standing at the base level, I believe, is only about 1,000. So 1,000 standing, and you have things that are, starting at 250 and then going up to, I think, 4,000. Yes, 4,000. And of course, you'll want the ghoul saw, so that is 4,000 for that, and then 4,000 for each of the other pieces. So that's 5, so that's 20,000 plus. You'll want the stance as well for the melee, which is another 3,000. So 23,000. If you're only getting 1,000, that's going to be a lot of time just doing the base level. Luckily, if you use 4 Eidolon, Phylaxis, and 4 of the infested potions during step number 2, that'll bring it up to about 3,000 standing for each run of that bounty. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, since you're more than likely going to be playing multiplayer, if you're playing with other players, then it will be very easy just to put 1 in of each for each player. That is, 5 runs worth of potions. So very easy to, spread it out and get the maximum amount of standing with really the minimum amount of work. I mean, each of these bounties at this recording, 13 days, 0 hours, 35 minutes. So just 1 day shy of 2 weeks to do the Plague Star. And there it is, 1,000 as base. And if you use those 8 potions total, you can bump it up to 3,000 for the same basic amount of time. Now you might be asking, what frame should you use? What weapons should you use? Anything that's good against the infested is good if you want to play as a support frame. You can play as Wisp, you can play as Oberon, you can play as Protea, something that'll help people get their health back. With the infested, you're likely to see a lot of toxin, which will reduce your health. But really, there's no bad choice to make. I'm using Nova Prime because Nova can network issues. Am I right? Alright, let's try this again.
Say heck. He has toxin enough to destroy the boy. One more off the docket. Hop 2. The infestation.
So basically, if you're playing a frame that you're comfortable with, then that's all you need to do. If you want to play as Excalibur, play as Excalibur. If you want to play as Volt, play as Volt. If you want to be a support, you can play as one of those that I've already listed off. Protea, Wisp, Oberon. Stage 1, you want to get the toxin canister. It's just a retrieve. You have to go into the cavern and go pick it up. It looks like someone might be after it right now, hopefully. Yes, looks like they are. Go to the marker. Go in the cave. I like to put a waypoint just in case you get turned around while you're in the cave. Oh, there we go. We got 4 players. Now we'll see exactly how much these players know and or care.
Fayhead, a two-bit despot with a mind half an inch wide and a face like a rejected skin graft. Council would like you to make his life miserable. Well, more miserable.
Toxin
All right.
secured.
Now that we have the toxin,
Heck knows what
you
we're
can see
up
it
to.
in my hand, left hand, obviously. Go back up
Directing you to the location of a Grenier
so we can get to the next location.
to prepare toxin.
Send it back down for that guy down there. I mean, he could do it himself, but now we'll see how altruistic these other players are. If they add one of their own volition each potion,
The mixer is inside the vault. Clear out the area so we can use it.
versus saying something versus putting in multiple that they don't have to.
Keep them away, Killer. That machine must finish its work.
I see your clan infested catalyst. This is your chance. Add it to the mix now.
We'll speak sentient immunity to the infestation. If you have a file, a title on Falaxis, consider adding it to the mix now.
Those devices draw
Oh, look at that.
lists. Make use of them. Next, you attempt to take control of it.
Someone put in all 8. I'm assuming by themselves.
Soon the Ostron rats of Cetus will flee in panic. And when they do, we'll hunt them for sport.
Always good to acknowledge it.
The Grenier will do anything to destroy the mixer. Stop them.
Much rather have someone who's willing to put in all 8 versus someone who's not willing to put in a single one.
The mixer needs more time. Keep the at bay.
What do we have left? Oh, we're done.
Hi-ho!
And away we go.
Singeing just looking at that stuff. Go shove it into the boil.
A Grenier drone will serve as an optimal delivery system. I've marked it on your map.
So if you didn't put it in,
Drone located.
then you're stuck at whatever
Insert the Thrax toxin.
you get.
Steer it toward the boil.
And away we go. Alright. Now with Nova, I do have a chance of making this a little bit shorter. Ah. Nope. Alright, and away we go.
The toxin has triggered peristalsis. Antibody production has escalated. Prepare for a massive immune response.
Now if you don't put any infested potions in, then you won't have any hemocytes, you'll just have infested to deal with. But since we put in 4, there will be 4 hemocytes, so every 25% approximately. And here we go. Now with Nova, you can set it up to slow the enemies down with your 4th ability, or speed them up depending on your ability strength. The more strength, the slower they go. The less strength, the faster they go. One, and since it gives a bigger window to hit the hemocyte, I like slow. Some people prefer speed to bring all the enemies to you faster. Unfortunately, you can't switch between the two in the middle of a mission. There we go, 1/3 of it left. There we go. Someone's got a shotgun that does a lot of damage to infest it, if nothing else. Oh, look at all these guys. Alright, 38%.
Knock it on the head, eh?
So the trick with it is to try and hit him, hit the fourth ability before the hemocyte comes out, where it won't slow it down walking out. Most of the time, it'll only slow it while it's active. Now it can slow him down. Ooh. And watch out for the stomp. Ooh, wow. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. So infested, I think, heat. So heat'll do extra damage.
Well, you got the reaction. Because of all sex after smart. Knock it on the head, eh?
There we go. I think that was pretty good. I think it spawned after the fourth ability wore off. Let's get hit by the shockwave. There we go. Oop. Oh, look at that. Frozen. And once we hit 99, we'll be on the last wave.
The product of the boil attempting to fight to weaken the infestation further.
Oh, frozen. There he goes. Is that an arc of plasma? Oh, that was perfect. Nicely done.
Top shelf works, Surah. But it was not enough. Not yet. Hit it again. And keep hitting it till there's nothing but a hole in the ground. During these dark nights, Cetus is great. The cat will keep you supplied until we beat this. You'll see.
That's it. At the end of this, you'll see how much 8 potions will get you, 4 of each. That was a nice, clean run with one altruistic individual. Willing to help out everyone else. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.